And even in the break, it is more discussion on police. So, Mr. Walugembe, are you concerned about your area MP? You're a businessman in Kampala. Do you have any relationship with your MP? Does your MP understand what's required?
No, first of all, and that brings me to the previous issue. You know, when areas urbanize, the electorate expects the MP to be their voice on such issues. Unfortunately, most MPs in urban areas don't understand that the needs of the electorate, an MP of Chira municipality, an MP of Nakawa, you should not engage in handout politics. What those people need is a good business environment, security to run their affairs. So if you're in an urban area and you focus on handout politics, you will not pass. Similarly, most of the issues that drive politics in urban areas are economic in nature. If you look at issues of vendors, workspaces, this and so on. So the challenge with our MPs is, one, many of them may understand the role of an MP, but they think that they have to do things a certain way to get elected. So they ignore what they ought to do and they focus on things that they think will get them elected. Never mind that some of those things that they think will get them elected don't get them elected in the end. Because if you say, oh, I'm an MP, I invested 4 billion, I put solar lights, I did roads, I did clinics, where are you getting this money? That would be the first question. Because an MP, if you look at how much money you get, then it means the question we would ask you is that, where are you getting this money? And are you bribing the voters anyway? And if the voters have made that decision,
you need to reclaim that money when you get to office.
This is the point. Then that's when we say, oh, now politics has been monetized, there's corruption and so on. Because you've invested 4 billion, you want 8 billion back. Because you can't just reclaim the principal. You must also claim some interest. So then you put us in a lot of trouble. But I would say that MPs, especially in urban areas, I know that there has been this talk of an op wave and so on. You see, when people want security in Chira, at that point it's not about NRM. No, it's about security for everybody. Because when the thieves come, they're not going to first say, where's your party card? See, when they are snatching Walugembe's phone, they didn't first say, whom do you support for that matter? So I think that, particularly in urban areas, we need to ensure that we work on the fundamentals around the business environment. Business environment means safety. Business environment means
open their shops,
people can open their shops. We talk about the night economy. If our economy works 24 hours, then it helps us to create jobs. If people have to close by 7, by 6 because of insecurity, then it means that economy will suffer. So we ask our newly elected MPs, let them not go to parliament to craft ideas on how they can bribe us to re-elect them. Let them do what they are supposed to do. If they do what they are supposed to do, you will be re-elected. Yeah. But if you think that you can bribe people and tell stories and so on, you can succeed one time, but not always. At some point, the electorate will find you out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Afande Kaima,
yes.
You as a senior police officer, are you in touch with your area MP? Does your area MP know the roles of an MP?
Yes, I think he does, but the electorate thought that he shouldn't go back and he was not elected. He lost and he was very, very bitter. I won't tell you who. But my take on the politicians elected and those who lost. One, find time and make peace with your fellow contestants in the race, because there's going to be trouble. Some are going to celebrate success, others are going to keep crying foul. And I can tell you without fear of doubt, because we see it every after an election, court cases, attachment of property, these things are going to happen. So if you make peace, then the 5 years can be meaningful, whether you won or you lost. Two, they need to be careful with the loan sharks, especially those who are coming to parliament.
The bearers here.
Yes,
they
are going to come to you. They do an orientation, Oscar. But wait, my brother.
Okay.
Even with that, the guys who are willing to give you money, the banks that will call you, individuals who have a lot of money, they will come to you. Unfortunately, it ends at the police when when warrants are issued, and we have to somehow play a role in attaching property of honorable members of parliament. And you know what they do? Because they have a microphone, they say, you see the police, we told you? This is not our problem, it's your problem. So kindly take note of that. And then lastly, keep in touch with security. Security or safety and security is a good for all of us. Once you play this role and they see that in terms of security, you don't discriminate, they love you for that. We've worked with many politicians who were overtly negative towards the government, but for us, we are security officers. There is one who said, they told us that this land belongs to your boss. When Genokare was IGP, that this land is for Genokare. In the morning, that now it's not for Otafira and Genokare, the two. This is an opposition, strong opposition politician. We said, it's okay, one land protection then. When we went, no way at all. It was for a businessman, a humble businessman who rarely causes trouble. But the manager was a problem, picking a lot of money from him, giving false information, and the opposition politician said, oh, we thought he would not come. So we do. Security is a good for all of us. Let's join hands, let's find truth, but let's also empower our people. Go to the police, report, they fail to do what they have to do, then we hang them. Yes.
Oscar, what I wanted to add to my brother here.
Before Fred Babine comes in.
Yes, is what he's saying is very true. Afande Kaima, myself, I think after elections, I've received over 15 calls of people offering lots of money. That please come, you can even get a loan of 1.2 billion. Just bring for us a declaration form and we shall be able to sign for you. And I am saying, my friends, please wait. First of all, I'm the incoming deputy speaker. You want to shame me by
giving you little.
Giving me
little.
money. So what he's saying is very true. Thank you.
Fred Bamwini, are you in touch with your area MP in Kampala and in the village?
Oscar, I have a personal view on this matter. I really don't subscribe to the kind of politics we're having as a country. I can tell you it is an obscene environment whereby the electorate, once you come to address them, before anything, they start massaging the throat. Then you go and speak, then after the man has spoken, a woman said, he has spoken, but he has not ended. Because he has not gone to a place called Kasau. So to me...
You know all these words.
To me, it's a disaster.
A friend of mine from Musisi said, Ogamba na agamba.
No, the man can speak, actually can represent us, but so to me, it's an obscene environment. I don't think we are heading anywhere. Like, for instance, I predict that Honorable Nsibambi, what he did not know was there are about three things. One, he didn't know that dancing in the community is very important for the voters. He didn't know that sleeping at the funeral is very, very important, burying everybody, whether old or even those who have aborted, you must be seen burying. Then these functions, baptism, then now even baby shower, how do you call it, birthday parties. If you don't attend those ones, even if you build a road. So to me, the issue that determine votes in this country have totally changed, and they don't match the offices people are yearning for. Because a member of parliament, demand him for speaking in parliament. But to say that he didn't attend your birthday party, not even by attending, contributing, attending, when we hear that somebody was
You
saying,
want to go there and eat people's thing without contributing?
now you can hear how Katuntu had mastered them. He's saying, he doesn't satisfy the population. Then I said, he is not always with us. Do you know what it means with us? It means spending. So to me, the issues the voters are basing on are not political issues, are not service delivery issues, are not even issues relating to these offices. And to me, it's a disaster. It's obscene as far as I'm concerned. For instance, if I'm going to lead you, why should I buy you? Because I'm coming to offer myself, my knowledge, for the good of this community, to lobby for you, to make sure the services come. And now if you are telling me birthday, you are telling me baby shower, non-issues.
Honorable Luzi tried here in Kampala and Muvenda, you saw the results.
No, you see, Luzi,
yes,
he made some little mistake.
Yes.
He was on social media, he didn't reach in the community. And then when somebody's cow is stolen or somebody's murdered, where is our MP? But you ask him to come to birthday. This is not a birthday. You told him to come on a funeral. This is not a funeral. After all, he bought, and time for buying again has not yet come. So to me, the issue is based on now for political offices are not national in character, are not developmental, are not service-related issues. Then when the community gets challenged, when the road is blocked, then the person is still blamed. Like when Sabambi was saying, I'm going to remove that I know that town of Buama, Passive, he had provided us light all these 5 years. Now he's telling me that he wants to remove the lights.
That was a joke. I think he runs a good business.
Yes, good Jaria City.
Now the guy on social media said, "By the way, Svambi, please don't close the door.
Don't tamper with Jaria."
The toilets there. We sort of stop there.
So really, I think Svamba as a person must be frustrated. He thought he was providing services which are important.
Baganda say ajja kuba bulungi.
Ajja kuba bulungi.
Let him relax. To be fine.
So to me, it's not him alone. So you members of parliament, chairman, LC5 who still want votes, you must go back and rethink. The issues people vote for are non-issues as far as I'm concerned, but they are the issues of the community. But I ask a question. These countries which were like us and they have developed, which kind of method did they choose? This way, or they sat and said, no, enough is enough, we must go back? And I'm happy that MPs are the most affected, because according to the Constitution, Parliament is the one which has the powers to change this environment. But as long as you continue dancing that tune, you are killing the country. And unfortunately, my colleague is not going to be in the second parliament. But you are coming as Deputy Speaker.
Yes,
please, can we revert back and streamline leadership?
Yes, I hope he has taken it from his...
I told you last year that security committees at the village no longer work, because the chairman of security in the village is the chairman of C1. But he said, if I hold a meeting of security and we talk about these boys, they are going to the campaign me. They can even kill me. Their parents will get annoyed with me. Lastly, the leadership of this country, led by President Museveni, who appoints me, we can compromise on anything else, but not the security of this country. I want to assure everybody listening to us, we have heard your comments. We are not going to sleep. I'm going to make sure that I coordinate various security agencies. We up our game. And I don't want to promise, I don't want to deceive that we have been...
You're still on microphone.
Yes.
Mr. Bamwine, don't do conclusions. I have on X, formerly Twitter, Kenneth Miona said, for once Bamwine has not talked about his intelligence. So he was commending you.
No, he has not heard.
Don't take it as a compliment, Mr.
But also he has not heard, because when I mentioned district intelligence committees, that's what to me.
Moses Karuhanga says, Oscar, in the manifesto, we promised that the police will get body cameras to improve on their efficiency.
Yes.
And then the request for money will be reduced. But Fred Bamwine, sometimes ministers also make difficult decisions. Asking you and Kaima and Walugembe, if Minister of Kampala says she's banning borders and street vendors, and now just coming into town, it seems like she has triggered them to be even more.
No. Once she has said...
She said it. So what is your work on it?
Once she has said borders and hawkers should get out of the street, she has said it.
Yeah.
Now the question is implementation. And
you are the RDC.
Yes, implementation, we must look into all these aspects. Yes, hawkers should not trade in the middle of the road or in front of shops. So the implementers must look for the alternative spaces for livelihood. By the way, people what you don't know, I normally mention about these food vendors. What you don't know, these street hawkers, those food vendors, they are helping government. Because government is supposed to provide them an alternative livelihood. And for them, they are saying, for us, we are able to survive on our own. Just give us a service of where we can operate from, the rest is ours. So you cannot really wish away there.
What's that word Karugaba told me?
That
don't allow Bamwine to... Let me save you from...
But is that an English word?
Yes, it is.
I've got it.
So,
you told me don't allow Bamwine to...
So, the minister has given a...
Let me help you, Mr. Bamwine. Abdul. So the minister gave his instruction.
Yes.
How useful is it?
No, I think people should take Mr. Bamwine's submission seriously. My understanding of his submission is, yes, the minister has given that order, but let's just see whether it is implementable. I think that's the point he's making. Meaning, actually, forget about the order. It is not going to be implemented. Why? That's what he's saying. And please don't, it's my view, you don't have to explain yourself, but the people who are listening to you are very intelligent.
I went back to the word.
Yes. So that is what he's saying. It's not possible because we have not provided the alternative, blah, 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 and so on. So if there are guys folks who are getting excited that there is now going to be a different Kampala, no. And I want to advise Minsa Kabanda to talk to the lady I admire called Jennifer Musisi.
Edie. She's our...
seriously, I want to advise Minsa Kabanda to talk to Jennifer.
Mr. Walugembe, you are the businessman in the city. Okay. How will this instruction affect you?
First of all, I'm concerned about such directives because those directives are ad hoc and they are dealing with people's livelihoods. And it's not the first directive. Many of them have been made. Now, the challenge with African countries is that they criminalize the informal sector. They don't appreciate that the informal sector is part and parcel and will be a permanent feature of the urban economy. Even their own plans, I was looking at the Integrated Urban Development Master Plan. It talks about how they'll build workspaces for the formal workers and so on and so forth. Let's forget about the event, because every time we talk about workspaces, talk about markets. They list these markets have spaces. Those spaces are not there. I've done a survey myself, and those spaces are not there. So I would say that as a country, we need to see how do we create jobs for these young people, because that's what it is. If we don't create jobs for them and then we start running after them, then we feed into the crime issues we've been talking about. But also we need to start a conversation. Why is Kampala both the commercial and administrative capital? Let us start. We talk about Vision 2040. We talk about 10 growth strategy. Growth economically has to take place with planned urbanization, not chaos. So if urbanization is taking place and you're fighting it through enforcement, these enforcement people take these merchandise from these poor women and then sell them in their own shops. So it's a business for some of these fellows. So we are saying, can we start a conversation on having a separate administrative capital, well-planned roads where the ministers can move, but now it's the ministers moving on pavements, they are rushing for meetings. Let them be there in Nakasongola with nice houses, fresh air. Let Kampala remain the commercial capital with all our confusion. So for me, I think that this order should start a conversation in that direction. Yeah.
Countries have done it.
Yeah.
Nigeria has done it. Tanzania has done it. There is nothing, miraculous about this thing. People are just not thinking properly.
Sometime back, we were bothered with border and the crime, related crime. One, they disrespect traffic rules. Some of them get involved into crime. So we tried to organize Kampala hand in hand with the former AD. It was a problem. At some point, they stopped. His Excellency, the President said, we are trying to do something for ourselves and our families, and the biggest problem in this town is the police. The President said, but are you listening to what they are saying? Honestly, you should get them off the streets. And so what? These are questions. These are important.
You police questions. At some point did in Tondo, and you left the roads.
The Tondo was intended. It was intentional.
The other one was deliberate.
Police should not in Tondo at all. No. You Tondo the wrongly.
It was just for like a few hours.
Even if it was for minutes, you shouldn't have Tondo.
We all suffered it, and we said yes. But for this, what Mr. Olgem is saying is worth it. Let's strategically look at this as a country and say what are the alternatives. I wouldn't want to begin to discuss the orders, because I'm sure even the borders are saying Katulabe. They will say it. So we need to be conscious. If somebody is earning a little, a house was burned in 2010, just a little. A house was burned of a civilian. They were fighting over politics, and somebody's small house was burned. So the IGP called. We were there. I said, "How is the situation?" He said, somebody's small house was burned. He said, "Never say that
small
again."
House.
It was really a very, very small. He said, that is his castle. So every person who earns a living is worth taking care of. So what are the alternatives provided by government? And then we security provide the environment. We want to thank everybody else who thinks so. The honorable here who is going to Parliament, please think about those things. If other countries have done it, can't we do it?
Just ask him now. Put him on the microphone.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Oscar.
Future Deputy Speaker.
Yes, thank you. It is just in May, I'll be swearing in as the Deputy Speaker.
Border, street vendor, the minister has spoken.
Yes, I want to concur with my brother. He has brought up a very, very critical and significant solution. Why are we stuck in Kampala when other countries are shifting cities? For example, Egypt is building a new administrative area for all government functions to go and operate. And what they did, they got a bare area. They started constructing new roads and wide roads. Though I think Tanzania also did from Dar es Salaam to Dodoma. We have seen in Nigeria and others. So I critically think, because the other time I was interacting with the chairman of, the CEO of National Planning Authority and then National Housing. I'm like, what is happening in Kampala? For me to come here, I had to, from just near here in Chiwatle, I had to come 1 hour before, thinking if I delayed, yes, I didn't know, because if you delayed for more 30 minutes, you'll reach here late. And this is a journey supposed to be for 10 minutes from there to here. And it is going on and on. And for us to change as a government, what we are seeing is that every day we are working on the same size of roads. I think you see the road maintenance, we repair here while cars are moving on one side of the road, creating jam, and then tomorrow, by the time the road is finished, or even commissioned to start operational, people are already using them. That's why you find potholes. I always follow Alake and my brother Gaetano. They said the capital city of potholes. Now that's what we are known of. We need to shift Kampala, maybe to Nakasongola, but also to Mbale. I think Mbale is the most strategic area for a new city, and it was proposed by Dr. Milton Abote some time back. You bring the city to Mbale, and then you reorganize Kampala. After like 5 years or something, you'll find Kampala a better place. Thank you.
Honorable Katuntu, conclusion. You've heard from the future Deputy Speaker.
Okay.
My neighbor.
No,
I will miss my airport, but you can mobilize for me many others.
I think all of us are aware of the challenges of the city. Because you see, yes, the concern is there, but is this the solution? I think that's the most important. One, cities must grow with people. And they don't have to grow with only people like me, who is has a car, who has blah blah. You have to grow with the Vamwine, who has a border, and so on. And I need to have a better city, but also Vamwine needs to have a better city. So don't imagine that this city is for the rich people only. Cities are for everybody because they're entitled to be here and also to earn a living. The most important thing which Minsa Kabanda should know is that these people must earn a living. Like indeed she's earning a living as the Kampala MP and as a minister. This border called the Vamwine in Ukamuch also must earn his living. So how do we balance both interests? If they have reached an extent that it is not possible, then you have to separate them. And what are the options? One of the options is what makes these people come to this place really is to earn a living, is to do business that is commercial. So we must have a different commercial area from administrative. So we can get government out of Kampala. We can debate where to go. Do you have to Kasongola, or do you even take it to northern Uganda or western or wherever it is? We can debate that. Because once government goes out of Kampala, it goes with so many things.
And the other people will benefit a lot.
And the other people will benefit a lot and so on. So, but people are not thinking beyond the box. They always find pete solutions. It's very unfortunate.
One, the order is not negotiable. No. What's important is how is it implemented. I am a bit lucky that I grew up in this town. There's a time
you are the people who have created us.
There's a time when we had border operating in this city. There's a time we had when there was hawkers operating in this city, not necessarily in the middle of the road and not necessarily in front of shops. What you are seeing is nothing but politics. I can assure you, once you zero down to organize these borders according to stages, it will go away. But the challenge has been, you touch this group, it is for Katuntu. You touch the other one, every candidate has a group of some sort.
Afande Kaima, border guys ride on the wrong side of a road,
Yes.
run traffic lights, and police looks on.
No,
When you
Oscar,
accidentally
that
meet
is
them,
also
you are in charge
wrong.
with reckless
Just
driving.
look at all the ministers, all these guys who want to be deputy speakers.
All of us are in this
All of us are in this place. Don't stop looking at the
Now,
border.
two,
Thank you.
You look at judges, you look at MPs, all are driving on pavement.
the other issue I want to
There's no time.
to disagree with my colleagues is, yes, we can create another city. But today, that cannot be in one day.
Yes.
No. Today we must agree how this business we must organize
Listeners,
the
we are
business
going to
sector,
continue
the
this
border
discussion
sector,
off air.
and at the same time,
Thank you so much.
even if you go to another city.
Mr. Fred Bamwine, thank you for your contribution on gang. Honorable Katuntu, thank you. Honorable Biara, thank you, and good luck with your ventures.
Thank you very much.
We've run out of time. Fande Kaima, he wants to be
No,
deputy
he
speaker.
said we have
the right
run,
honorable deputy
we've
speaker.
Run, we've run out of time to address him with that.
Thank you, Mr. Arugembe Kakunguru. I am Oscar Semoya Msoke, and I shall see you next week.